But it'll definitely be interesting to see here how this matchup goes on like a higher level. And that's what I'm super excited to see with these new brackets. What all these new matchups look like when played well. I think like being able to kill Kragg is going to be a big struggle that we were seeing a bit last set.
Something I've already noticed, and I know it's only like 30 seconds into the first game, but Mr. Mun is a bit more tentative about pulling out the music notes against MSB.
I can definitely see it.
We can see it when he's already off stage and trying to recover just a little bit of free time, but or with like edge guards going on. But against Adlumia, he was pulling notes all the time, and against MSB, I guess it's because MSB isn't giving as much time or as many opportunities to pull out the notes. But yeah, it's interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm also just gonna be scared because at long range, the constant threat of just kind of having rock tossed at you is probably not something you want to be taking.
Especially with how you lose your notes if you get hit by anything.
Right. At that point, it's just not really worth it. Oh, and that's killing. So is that.
Ooh. There's an early kill.
Game always says you can live, but man, I don't know if like just everyone dying it wrong. It's probably partially that, but also, geez.
Keep in mind, Dan is a sociopath and expected his player base to be able to do right stick, both left stick
That's
and right
true,
stick
yeah.
DI.
DI. What the? That was some air character shit.
Should have double stick DI'd.
Yeah. So true. But now Mutton racking up a lot of damage here.
Literal amateurish mistake.
This is why MSB is overrated. His double stick DI is just terrible.
Exactly.
Nobody understands. Yeah, this is really scary. This game's even right now, and definitely seen Pomme has some terrifying kill power in the right situation. I feel like it definitely requires a little more setup than it's going to for Kragg. But, ooh. Like I said, maybe a little bit.
Something I noticed just from this game 1 alone is that the notes seem to fall off, but Vince starts to shine more as you fight a higher level Kragg. Could just be an MSB thing, but
yeah,
this one is whipping out Vince way more often, and I can't tell if it's like just an option select to like cover his landing, or if it's a panic move, because MSB is just covering so much space.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously, like, Vince is going to be beating out some of the projectiles that Kragg has. But I don't think I've seen that interaction happen too many times.
Vince is a very good bodyguard, but something I've also seen is Vince doesn't seem to be able to block out Kragg's down B. Or at least not completely.
That kind of makes sense.
Because, like, I know Kragg down B isn't technically a projectile, but that just makes his own reading rack. Ooh.
Good catch. You gotta be so careful with the platform attacks against MSB.
Yeah.
That's like one of the big things whenever I play him, that I can always tell like I'm doing it wrong. But it's so hard to tell how to do it better.
Just does it so fast.
Yeah.
It's like, you have to realize what you're getting hit by. You have to realize he's putting you in a tech situation before you even think of tech.
Right. Great recovery right there, and even being able to hit through the vents. Like, there's just some like good plays from Mutton, but MSB survivability is just so good.
Is that right?
Kind of has to have the stars align to get early stocks, I feel like. trying to sneak around, but there's some very fast, strong attacks.
This is also a really bad position for Mr. Mutton, because MSB had lapped him in percent a while ago, and now on his last stock, MSB is sitting pretty comfortably on. Well, it's basically a clean slate for a second one.
Right. Definitely gonna have to play super on fire in order to come close to bring this back. But to be fair, this is the situation that Mutton was in last game, and it was still like a last hit situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, can't count him out.
And that little music field moving closer to the stage, I feel like that definitely helps Pomme at least a little bit in the recovery department. It hurts the stalling, but it probably helps so much with being able to recover from far positions.
Maybe. Definitely. Oh, I keep putting the scores in wrong. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit awkward, but it's definitely a good change, and I can see it maybe benefiting Pomme in a feed situation. One's going to Rock Wall for game 3, which
No, this is scary.
this is really scary. Don't get me wrong, I know Pomme is good on the stage. He's very good on the stage, but it's still Kragg.
It is a Kragg.
This is
a light.
This is a calculated risk, and the question is Mutton good at math? Trying to get the dash attacks going. I don't think that was the nair he wanted, because if that was like back at a nair, that might have just been the stock. 30 seconds in an already MSB here. A pretty wide margin.
Oh.
I've had a few situations where it feels like he's got a big punish, but just kind of slightly flubbing. That's a good weight there.
Okay, so Vince does beat out Rock. You saw it.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that. Just passed right through both Vince and Pomme. I can't believe this game is 2D and there's still Z-axis shenanigans.
Damn.
Oh.
Oh no. One's off stage. That's fortunate drop.
MSB is overrated. They didn't even check that.
I know, seriously. Come on.
Come on. That was so simple.
I'm missing a lot of these wall attacks, actually. That's like the third one that we've seen where one kind of gets him in the perfect spot to get air chained. Kind of interesting. Like, I feel like a lot of characters can on paper benefit from doing that to Kragg, like trying to nair him to the wall. But I think Mutton has some of the most like valid timing mix-ups because her nair is really fast and she can just kind of hover there and like threaten it constantly. Oh no. I like how Mutton's like always putting out the field as soon as he can. Oh. Not able to make it back.
Didn't have field available.
Yeah. Right as soon as I say it, yeah, just one of those times where he needed it and use it. I think in general, that's one of the things that really interests me most in that set, is just kind of seeing Mutton immediately put out the field and immediately start taking advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. Flip Terra. Another one of the times where I can't have bias.
And